You know, Mariah doesn't celebrate birthdays, she celebrates anniversaries. Another woman in denial of getting older. Mariah, you look great. Look, she says that she's eternally 12. So, aren't we all in some way? And speaking of Mariah, she announced that she's writing her memoir. For those of you who still read books, I love books. I told you I don't have the Kindle. I don't like any of that jazz. I like a book. Well, you know what? This could be a big, big deal. A lot of times people complain because people write their memoirs when their career is still happening, as opposed to waiting until they're 70 and have a full body of life to write about. Well, 49 is pretty much a full body of life. And I think things are done differently these days. Like, you know, if you're 70 or 80 years old and you're writing your memoir, I am the type of person as a reader, I would prefer if you wrote it while you still had a piece of your career so that I can learn stuff from you and still watch you flourish after reading, you know, the book. A book for somebody in their 20s, not so much. Even though in your 20s, you know, we all lived a full life in our 20s, but I don't care about that life as a reader. You know, I don't care about what you did in college and you know, your one-night stands and things like that. In your 30s, you're making a life for yourself, but there's still not enough life, even though I know you've lived. She married Tommy Mottola, except for maybe, you know, that's her first husband. The bigwig. I don't care about anything as far as that, except for before marriage, except for her relationship with her brother and her sister, because at one point I thought they all got along really well. Her sister has been ill since forever. The word was that Mariah was giving money and visiting the sister, and they had a real sisterly relationship. But then the sister allegedly was using the money that Mariah was giving her for bad, not good. And Mariah allegedly had to end up pulling back and not giving her money anymore, because if somebody doesn't want to help themselves and you're still giving them money, it's doing nothing but feeding the bad. And Mariah's mother, the opera singer, she too feels helpless. Like, what do you do for somebody who doesn't want to help themselves? And then the brother was on Mariah's side at one point, but now the brother is alleged to be down with the sister. So I want to hear a little about that. And I would also like to hear, then fast forward, and I want to hear that. Do I want to hear about the new boyfriend? No, because we're seeing that part play out. We're seeing that part play out. I would love to know what you really think about Stella, your old manager. I mean, you've said a little salty things, but I want to hear more. So this, clap if this is a book that you would buy. All right. So you should do well. You should be a New York Times bestseller. Jussie Smollett. Well, he's a free man. So, you know. Surprisingly to a lot of people, he was cleared of all 16 felony accounts yesterday. And he was, everything was wiped clear, as if this story never happened. You know, he never went to court for anything other than to tell them, I didn't do this. And so he made a statement. He was taking selfies outside, too, with his fans outside after he was found cleared. Well, he made a statement after the hearing. Take a look, and then we'll continue talking.
I've been truthful and consistent on every single level since day one. I would not be my mother's son if I was capable of one drop of what I've been accused of. This has been an incredibly difficult time, honestly one of the worst of my entire life.
I'll tell you what, he's the luckiest man in the world for not going to jail. And the FBI is still investigating. Rahm Emanuel, the mayor of Chicago, is absolutely livid. I liked his speech, by the way. And of course, the chief of police is absolutely livid as well. I liked his speech too. So what to say? I mean, they were furious. Take a look.
Do I think justice was served? No. I think this city is still owed an apology. It's Mr. Smollett who committed this hoax, period. If he wanted to clear his name, the way to do that was in a court of law so that everyone could see the evidence. But no, they chose to hide behind secrecy and broker a deal to circumvent the judicial system.
This is without a doubt a whitewash of justice and sends a clear message that if you're in a position of influence and power, you'll get treated one way, other people will be treated another way. There is no accountability then in the system. It is wrong, full stop.
I could look at Rahm Emanuel all day. You know what I mean? Jussie will be judged for the rest of his life. I venture to say, even if he does get acting roles, they're not going to be quality productions. They're just going to throw him in stuff, and he'll be forced to take, I guess, because he'll need money. Just before I came out here, Norman put in my face, like literally, I'm tying up my sneakers, and he came out and told me that the two brothers who have remained quiet, the African brothers, well, their lawyer wants them to speak out. This is all happening right now as we're sitting down preparing for... Wait, no, hold on. The lawyer wants them to speak out. They refuse to speak out, so she quit. This all just happened, just now. Listen, you think that the African brothers were paid off? Yes. Handsomely and heavily? Yes. And somewhere in them, they have information where extortion will be probably, maybe, a part of their storyboard for the rest of their lives. Yes. They've got nothing to lose. Empire airs tonight. If you'll be watching, I'm a New York Housewives girl. Me personally. Yeah, that's me. I like the Housewives. But Empire airs tonight. If you'll be watching, the promo says that one of the lions will be killed off. I do not think it'll be Jussie, not tonight. I think that the Empire people, look, Jussie's thing with the law has definitely benefited you all as far as talking, everybody's talking about you. You're the lead story on everything. No, why kill him off tonight? Keep him around a bit. Will he stay at the show? If I were him, I'd quit. I'll tell you why. I mean, I'd quit, I'd ask for a payout. but I'd quit. Let me just walk away. We're making the staff and the crew and my fellow actors suffer because everybody's divided on the set. Some people don't want to film scenes with him. It's just, it makes for a nasty situation when a nasty situation is going on. Will they fire him? I don't know. And if they fire him, will they fire him like a press conference and he's fired? Or will he, be shot in the streets or something, in an episode of Empire? Well, he's nominated for the NAACP Image Award. That goes on this weekend. And the question is, will he go? My answer is, yeah. Not only will he go, but I'm sure that the NAACP already has a prominent seat front and center for him to sit. I'm sure Jussie already has his outfit planned out. He might do outfit changes for us, honey. And I think that he'll walk the red carpet really slow and deliberate. And he'll want all the attention on him, so he probably won't bring a date. But the only sensible date for him to bring would be his mother. The sympathy vote. Well, Jussie, I would wish you good luck, but it looks like luck is on your side. Congratulations. So Ariana Grande has new rules for everybody. Pay attention, listen up. Pay attention, listen up. So her new photo policy is she's on the Sweetener tour, right? And she's boycotting the media. I don't know who she's talking about. Everybody's the media these days. You. Oh, they're boycotting her? Mm-hmm. So they're not going to show up?
Exactly.
The lies they tell.
Right.
That's when you kick into action, co-hosts and attenders of the concert. You become the media, and you take the pictures and then sell them. All right, here's the new policy. The photographers can only take pictures for her first 3 songs in a designated area. So they'll have them behind a velvet rope with security, I guess, watching them. The first 3 songs, well, you know what? For every artist, your voice sounds best, I guess, for your first 3 songs. You're not sweating yet. You know what I'm saying? Your costume is still on. It's not, you know, the pin hasn't popped. Her ponytail hasn't slid back. Whatever. They must get Ariana's approval to use the photos. So you can't just take them. You have to take them and then submit them. And I guess that's when they'll Photoshop them or whatever and, you know, make them perfect according to her standards. And the pictures can only be a part of news stories. Everything is a news story these days dealing with pop culture. Jussie is leading every channel today. You know what I mean? Hot Topics, for a lot of people I know, is the only news that they watch. So now, there are 16 outlets boycotting Ariana, including the New York Times and the Associated Press. Well, now these are very, very big, credible publications. Do you see where we've come in life? Back in my day when I was on radio, the Associated Press wouldn't have cared about Ariana Grande. And the New York Times was highbrow back then. Ariana, this is not going to work, and the reason, but she'll be able to get away with it, and I'm going to tell you why. Because you, her fans, you know, you've lifted her up to such a height that she feels as though anything that she says, you are hypnotized. You are. You're hypnotized into going along with it, and the other people that I blame for her being able to get away with this behavior are the people around her. You know, her team. There's got to be somebody on her team that doesn't just let everything fly, or her mother. And her mother might not be employed by her, but your mother's your mother. And if you respect your mother, or if you're blessed enough to have a mother, when your mother tells you you were acting out of order, you really do sit down and listen to it. And then you cry, and then you say, Mom, you're right. She's had a rough year, though. You know, the Pete Davidson breakup, the death of her ex-boyfriend before that, and, you know, just a whole lot of stuff. There's a lot of pressure on this girl that likes to be carried around by her security. There are two things, though, that are not warranted because she doesn't need them. She is so beautiful. I've never seen a bad picture of her, ever. And she is so talented vocally that even when she gets to her 20th song in her concert, that voice still sounds better than most girls out here. So she really doesn't have to do that. And then her Grande fans are complaining, wow, really? You go against your queen? This is a shocker and perhaps a first. They're going against her because she's charging up to, $75 and more for the concert paraphernalia. Would you look at this crap? I mean, stuff. Thank you next for $75. Excuse me. I do believe I see a blueberry stain or whatever that blue is. See the other shirts? What is that? Now now down at the bottom though it says that it's the Sweetener tour. Would you clap $75? Okay, one person. One person. Clap if you're going to the concert or if you go. See? Then you're my people. Because if you really love her, then you'd pay, you know, the fortune and get your money together and you'd go to the concert. But if you don't like the T-shirts and paraphernalia, if it's too expensive for you, you don't like the way they look, then just don't buy them. I mean, you can go to the trim shop and make paraphernalia and go. People do it all the time. People have done it here at Wendy. I'm like, hey, where'd you get that? They said, we were up all night making it just to come here and say, like, Wendy on the front, whatever. I love that. I love that. Do you know who Dee Barnes is? Clap if you do. Oh. It's okay. It's okay. Do you recognize her? Yes. Well, no, that's not Robin Quivers. She kind of looks like Robin to me. Anyway, hi, Rob. Okay, Dee Barnes, everybody, is a legendary, and she's legend because of the story that surrounds her, not because of her body of work. She's a legendary hip-hop journalist. Her name is Dee Barnes, and she recently made a shocking revelation of her being homeless. Now, you know I come from radio. Back in 1993, there was a big party going on, and everybody, the who's who was there. This is before black music and white music melded together, and now we're all as one. You know what I mean? There was a time when hip-hop and R&B were over here. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And I was in the thick of things on 98.7 KISS. I was the internet. So... Dee had this very popular show called Pump It Up. Pump It Up was a show geared towards the exposure of urban artists, and it was strictly an urban thing. In 1993, she sued Dr. Dre for $22 million after he assaulted her because he didn't like her interview with him. Okay, the assault happened very publicly at a big giant party going on, at a big giant situation. Everybody was there. People were standing around watching Dre pummel this girl. And I was on the radio just a flapping and a yapping. Well, after this happened, and this is before Dr. Dre was super rich, but he was surrounded by rich people like Jerry Heller and Eazy-E, and you know, they were the bosses of Dre at that particular time. Dee ended up settling out of court. A couple of people in my Hot Topics meeting said, well, that was before Dre had money. She couldn't have gotten much money, you know? And I said, no, I'm sure that somebody that he knew, because Dre is, of course, the genius behind all the production. Nothing moved at Aftermath and whatnot without Dre stamping on it. So she's homeless now. She's about to be homeless. I'm sorry. She put this on social media that she's being evicted from her apartment. She's in a really bad way. I don't know whether she's married or whether she has children or not, or whether she's just going in alone. She's now in her 40s. So this is a tough road. She has a GoFundMe page. Now, I'm not asking you to donate, but if you see it in your heart and you have a few extra dollars, I do believe what Dee is saying. Maybe I believe it because she's a woman, you know, a woman who was on her way to being what could have been a great journalist, and she could have survived even in these times right now. I didn't know her, but I knew of her. I don't think I ever even met Dee Barnes, but, you know, we were all in the thick of things together at that particular time. So she got this GoFundMe page, but she was only asking for $5,000. Now, I say only because that's a very specific amount. You know, $5,000, that's not even first, last, and security. You know, $5,000, it would seem to me if you're going to have a GoFundMe page that you would not put an amount on it. Once you say you're about to be homeless and if people know who you are, then you just start donating. But she's already up to $13,000. Yeah? It's got to be very humiliating. You really have to put your pride aside to make this such a public announcement. You know, GoFundMe page. You know, Dee, I have never met you. I would love to have you here to be a real life hot topic. And then you come out and you talk. And we don't have much money here at Wendy, but I think that I can scrape something together for your GoFundMe page as well. And try as I might, I can't remember the content of the interview, which did end up getting published. By the way, this is another story that's being covered by the New York Times. Just saying, Times. What happened? Yeah, you know, it's got to be pretty bad. I don't remember the content of the article, but, you know, what kind of man beats a woman? And what kind of men stand around and see this happen and not break it up? And the party just continued. They got Dee out of there and everybody continued their boogie down. All right, moving along. The trailer for Martha Stewart and Snoop's cooking show is out. I know, I love it too. That's some good TV. That's good TV. It's fun, you know what I mean? So Martha and Snoop, they got this show. If you haven't watched it, you were missing some easy fun. Even if you don't cook, just watching them cook. All right. Anyway, take a look at this. Hey, listen, we've got more great show for you today. I've never met these people, but they're here. Waka Flocka and Tammy Rivera. But up next, it's time for Celebrity Lookalikes. So grab a snack and come on back. Oh, you know we're not done yet. Monday, July 8th, we're back. It's our almost legendary Hot New July. We couldn't go all summer and not talk hot topics. After a quick summer vacay, we're back live in July, okay?
All new Wendy, Monday, July 8th.
I love Celebrity Lookalikes. Welcome back. It is time for Celebrity Lookalikes. You guys love it too. Our first Celebrity Lookalike comes from Michael D., who watches the Wendy Show on in Central Point, Oregon, on wendyshow.com. And Michael says that he thinks that he looks like Daniel Craig, the actor. Let's see the real Daniel Craig. All right, Michael, what you got? Oh. Wow. Yes, Michael, that's good. You know, that's very, very nice lighting. It's like you're related to Ariana Grande with the lighting and stuff. Listen, I have a feeling that even in regular life without the lighting, he does look like Daniel Craig. Interesting. All right, our next Celebrity Lookalike comes from Joe M., who watches the Wendy Show on KTVI in St. Louis, Missouri. And Joe thinks he looks like Robert Downey Jr. Now, you know, we've known Robert Downey Jr. for a long time. Okay, this version. Because, you know, he's gone through things. All right, well, there's real Robert. Come on, Joe. What you got? Oh, yes. I think that Joe could pull this off from all angles. You see, he's got an angle. But I think when he looks at it straight, he's going to look like him too, right? Yeah. All right, Joe. This third Celebrity Lookalike comes from Dante P., who watches the Wendy Show on WNYW in East Orange, New Jersey. And Dante thinks that he looks like the rapper, Chance the Rapper. So let's take a look at the real Chance. Cute. And let's see Dante. Aww. Yeah. Well, you look like a younger version of Chance, you know what I'm saying? The East Orange version of Chance, a young. Thank you, Dante. Our final Celebrity Lookalike comes from Emma B., who watches the Wendy Show on WNYW in Essex, England. Yeah, Emma, you're going to stop. Emma thinks she looks like the Mona Lisa. Now we've gotten this before where people think they look like Mona Lisa. She's an odd beauty. Let's take a look at the real Mona Lisa. And let's take a look at Emma. Yes, I think so. How dare you, co-host? You don't think she looks like her? I do. Yes, definitely. If you or somebody that you know looks like a celebrity, sharing is funny. Go to wendyshow.com, read all the details. Up next, it's Waka Flocka and Tammy Rivera. Don't go far. Our first guests shared their love story on Love and Hip Hop and then their breakup on Marriage Boot Camp. Well, now they're renewing their vows on Waka and Tammy Tie the Knot. Take a look.
I mean, feel like love is gangster. That's dope.
That is. You know, love is gangster if you actually think about it like that.
I love it.
It takes a lot to love. It takes a lot to stay. It takes even more to stay in love, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, I'm about to give up on you so many times. But I was in love. I fell out of love and I fell back in love. And now I'm in love.
I can tell when she fall back in love. That just let me know that the new me is way better than the old me. They just stand on what you believe in, man. Just stand on uplifting your woman. Just stand on saving your family. Just stand on being a man.
Please welcome Waka Flocka and Tammy Rivera. Couples shoe cam, so if you put your feet on those feet. Tammy, I saw you wear those shoes on the show, so you actually are a girl on a budget like the rest of us. Are these brand new? I've seen these.
I have some similar to these, but I wear all my shoes more than once.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Okay, yes. No point in being wasteful. So, Love and Hip Hop premiered, and I think that everybody was wondering, where were you guys?
We haven't been on Love and Hip Hop in about, what, almost 2 years, a year and a half? 2 years?
Because you've done so many reality shows in between, I assumed.
Right.
I think a lot of people assumed that you guys would be back.
No, that ship has went and sailed. I mean, no shade. Like, thanks for Mona for the opportunity. Love and Hip Hop was great for my career, but it's just like, it's time to move on. And growth, and it's like you move out of an apartment, you're not gonna move back into the same apartment complex.
Okay, growth. And then you were on Marriage Boot Camp, which I loved. Just the dynamics of all the couples and everything. It's nice that you guys, love each other so much that you made it a go. And there was Faith and Stevie J were on the show too, which you and we can't even digest that they're married.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What?
Marriage boot camp?
No, they're married on Love and Hip Hop now. He don't know.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, I get all the shows confused. But I don't get the people confused. All right, so yeah, they're married. Did you go to their wedding? You two?
No.
I don't really know famous people.
What do you mean you don't know famous people?
What are you talking about?
We're not industry people. We know a lot of famous people, but we're kind of like, we keep our old friends from like high school, elementary school. We in the house. We're not very
famous
mixy.
people ain't it, man.
Well, no, that's your new attitude. When you first came out, I'm sure that the fame game
never hung
bit
with
you.
famous people. Y'all can Google it. I never in my life hung around famous people.
Yeah?
Ever.
What is it about famous people that, because you're a famous person too, but you're
My
different,
name's
obviously.
famous.
Yeah.
I'm a regular person like everybody understands.
What is it about the fame game that turns you guys off?
It's just like,
Ain't no personality.
it's just the same, like, I guess, like, the things that we go through on a regular, that everybody goes through. I mean, it gets magnified times 10, and people act like they're perfect, like they have never accepted anything or they've never been through nothing.
Right.
But because we're on the platform, it's just like, it's magnified times 10,
So you're better off just surrounding yourself by...
genuine people who knew us before the fame.
How long have you guys been together in total?
8 years.
8 years.
8 long years.
Did you guys grow up in the same area?
No, I'm from Baltimore.
I'm from Plain County.
How did you meet originally?
South Beach. I was going to get a greasy pizza.
And you were there.
I would just walk. You know what's so funny? My best friend Danielle, she was obsessed with him. And it was my first time going to South Beach.
You wasn't?
I didn't. I wasn't. I was not. And we went to this. He was at a club on the radio. It was like, Waka Flocka gonna be a club such and such. And my best friend was like, oh, we going there. We're gonna turn up. I'm like, it's gonna be ratchet. I don't want to go there.
Right.
So we went to another club.
Right.
And he ended up coming to the same club that I was at. And we still end up meeting each other.
Aww. And you've been together ever since, or?
She been stuck with my ratchet ass. Yeah.
You know what? Waka, I like, the things that you say about experiencing your personal growth. So is your mother, who, by the way, don't you love Dee?
She loves it.
Your mother's a hell of a woman.
Yeah. She love your show.
She
Yes,
does.
yeah.
Hi, Dee. Look, she was introduced to us on TV being one person. And now she's a whole nother, she looks different, Power to the surgery. She looks different and she acts different in a good way. And I like her husband. I like her husband.
Oh,
Ooh.
Your mother's boyfriend?
you trying to be funny.
Boyfriend?
No, you
trying to be funny
trying
like
The guy.
Okay.
You don't you don't want to share your
No,
mother?
it's not a thing of like. I think she's an adult, and for me to opinionize on her personal life, that's kind of like selfish. Cause she been raised. I'm 32 years old, and I got brothers that's older than me, so her whole life she raised us.
Yeah.
So to see her happy, I'm clapping.
Yeah, whatever.
Boyfriend, husband, whatever.
Good for you. Now, there was a time that you guys separated.
Yeah, I hated it.
And you hated it.
I hated it.
How long, what made you separate, and how long was the separation?
I wanted the kid life. I wanted the rapper life. I wanted all the girls.
So you
you
did
did.
buy into
Yeah, I
it for
did.
a moment.
I'm not gonna say it in cap. Like it's not
Right.
no sense of lying, because you expose the lie, so let's just be real.
Yeah, that's a
But-
natural thing.
I, honestly, like about like 6 months in, I just woke up one day. I'm just tired. I was used to the egg sandwiches. I'm just used to Tammy.
So you just want me back for my egg sandwich?
I went back for all of it.
So the
I just
separation
miss
was only
poking
6
out.
months.
Like almost 8 months.
8 months.
It was a long time, but I was turning up, girl. He didn't want me to turn up, so he
I was gonna ask. Look. So while you were separated, were you dating? Were you out there having a good time?
I wasn't dating, but I was actually focusing on myself. My thing was...
She was out there, Wendy.
He
was out there.
He accused you. I saw him. He accused you of getting with a guy that he knows.
What?
And then you all straightened it out.
No, you missed... What guy you know?
That guy named Edward Jones from Tennessee. Nah,
You better stop lying. I never got with anybody that he
Okay.
knows.
Were you still trying to live the rapper life while you were separated for that 6 or 8
you know
months?
what it was? Wendy, to be honest with you, I was grown.
Yeah.
I actually had to see, like, hey, I'm the oldest person there. I'm tripping. Like, these kids.
Yeah.
Like them girls that people would be drooling over. Be
Yeah.
like 22 years old, 23, they babies.
Yeah.
We in our 30s, like, the things I like, they don't like it.
Yeah.
They just a body in the face.
You're a very good-looking couple.
Thank you.
You're a very good-looking woman. You got a great body, a beautiful face, and nice skin. And Waka, this is my first time meeting you. You're as good-looking in person. Yes. Yes.
I said, watch it, Wendy.
You're as good-looking in person as you are on TV. You know, a lot of people come off TV and they look horrible in person. But yes, yes. You would make beautiful babies.
Yes.
I'm not trying to rush it. I'm just saying, you all are
Girl,
so
you
grown.
and the whole world is trying to rush it.
I don't think, like, for me, I put Tammy through so much, like, to be real with you, right? I don't want to stuff her with no baby. I want to be happy. She's singing, she got a career, and then I'm going to stuff her with twins.
Just get one time and done. So you met Tammy's daughter. You were married
Our
for
daughter.
a moment?
I was married. It was my high school sweetheart, and we got married. We was together for 10 years. My daughter, when I met Walker, my daughter was 4. She's now about to be 14.
Wow.
So he's actually been very instrumental in me raising her.
What does she call you?
She called him
Daddy.
At first, I was uncomfortable with it.
Well, that's because you were living the rapper life at first. So
And I'm a kid that never had a father. So I never want to take her father from her.
Yeah.
I never wanted to take her to get her face painted. Like, I didn't even want to take her from her father. You see, I would love to do that. Like, paint my face with my baby and take pictures.
Yeah.
I'm for all that.
Has her face on him.
Yeah.
you got a tattoo of her.
That's my daughter.
Look at you. Oh, wait. No. Now, what does her biological father feel about that?
That's what it is.
When you-
there's no sense to elaborate on it. It's what it is. If I'm here, I'm here. I don't think we should double back and even put her through it.
When's the last time you saw her?
A year ago.
Under what circumstance?
Well, it's, we have a visitation circumstances, but it's been, and out of respect for my daughter, I won't elaborate on it.
Yeah.
But it's been, it's been a struggle, a situation, but God is good, and we're blessed, and regardless, she has this man right here.
Yeah. 14 is a really odd age. What's she into?
Everything. She's at that age now where she's like, we can't go to her games. She don't want us around.
She don't want us at her games.
Yeah, she's like, I want my own life, and you guys
Is she a fan of you all as
She think we're lame.
No, we don't.
She don't think I can dress. She thinks she think we're like outdated. Like it's crazy.
All her friends, when they see us, they love us.
And where do
She
you
hate-
live? Where do you guys call home now?
Atlanta.
Yeah, we live in
Atlanta, Georgia.
And so, how many episodes is the wedding special?
It's a 2-part wedding special.
I like your dress. You show a lot of skin.
Oh, thank you.
What made you decide to do that? Because they've been married for many years. They eloped, and then you said if you're married for long enough and it was successful that you'd have the big wedding. Is that?
Because now people always, I got bashed when I was like, if we make it to 5 years, then we would have this, this wedding of my dreams. When I meant that today, this is the millennium. People don't stick together like they used to back in the day.
Right.
We're a very young couple. We both are 32. We'll be 33. I'll be 33 in July. He'll be 33 in May.
July 18th. When's yours?
July 30th. I'm a Leo. You're Cancer. My daughter's a Cancer. But yeah, so I felt as though we've been through hell and high waters. We've been through everything, and we're still here.
Yeah.
So now we have a reason to celebrate. And everybody that's around us that been through it with us, they have a reason to celebrate with us, So
now you've got no more music. You quit music?
Yeah, I just...
what are you going to do?
I just...
Clothing?
No, Wendy.
You could be a model in 2 seconds. I mean, there's other stuff you can do. Is there more reality TV in the future? Please include your mother.
Yeah, I want to do it because I think our community, we despise television like it's corny.
Yeah.
And I actually wanted to do stuff that we despise, and I got on it. It was better. Like, for me, for music, I outgrown it.
Yeah.
What am I going to talk about?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I can't rap about booties and clapping. My daughter,
Right.
I got a wife. I want my daughter twerking.
Right.
But it's cool, though. It's cool, but I'm just saying, like...
So you've got plans. It probably will be very
I
successful.
did a lot of investments.
You've got your bikini line. Can you please hook a sister up?
I got you.
Okay. Are they real small?
No, I go all the way up to 3X now. And I have...
no, I mean small as in the material.
No, I'm a curvy. I got stretch marks, all that stuff. So I gotta make sure I snatch in here and.
Well, send me the smallest one.
You want the smallest one?
Yes, please. I'm still out here in these streets. And then you've got your music, you got your album. So congratulations to both of you, and thank you for coming to our show, everybody. Waka and Tammy Ty, the night it airs on Thursday nights at 10 o'clock on WeTV. Ask Wendy is next. Promise. You gotta do what you gotta do. Empire star Tasha Smith is here. We're talking hot topics, definitely Empire, and so much more.
Tomorrow on Wendy.
And she's only in New York for 3 days. Thanks for stopping by.
Of course.
What's your name? Where are you from? What do you do?
My name is Ense, and like I said, I'm from Oregon. I'm a student at Portland State University, and I'm 24 years old. I'm starting to go out more, date more. Disclaimer, I wear wigs every day.
Okay.
But because, I wear them so
Nice.
well,
Yes.
no one knows that it's a wig. And I wanted to know, so as I'm going out and meeting all these guys...
You can't. You're going to ask me, how is it that you break it to the guys that you have a wig? What should you do? I didn't wear wigs during the dating years, so I never had that problem. But what I would suggest that you do is keep your wig on.
Okay.
And I don't know how yours is secured, but a good wiggy knows how to secure her wig. She can go on a roller coaster. She can jump her head up and down.
Yeah, the problem is...
You could sleep in it all night.
I switch them up. Like, one day I'm a redhead, one day I'm a blondie. Like,
okay. Well, what do you have going on underneath? Is there anything presentable?
we got inches underneath.
Okay.
We got inches underneath.
All right. Well, then introduce him to the inches, your natural hair. Introduce him to your natural hair by, like, the 3rd date. Okay. I didn't say you're sleeping with him at that particular point, but just introduce him to it. Can you do it?